Your phone, sweetheart.
I got here.
I don't need it.
Okay.
Hey, we're live. Give us a couple seconds here. Let me get out of this. I'm gonna wait for some people to get on in. There we go. I'll wait for some people to get in here, KDot, and then we will discuss real briefly what's going on. I know we have to make a phone call here real quick, but so basically, KDot, what are we doing here? What's up, ATL?
We are about to call the Aurora Police Monitor, and I guess have a conversation about this whole threat situation. And I want to know what he's going to do about it. He told me he reached out to me and he said he wanted to have a conversation with me. So
Okay, you know what? Then should I even say anything, KDot?
uh
Should I even say anything?
uh I I don't know. Maybe not this time. I don't
Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
I'll let you do all the talking. But basically, guys, everybody in chat, I see you all there. Pachie, I don't know how if I'm pronouncing that correct. Carter Allen, welcome back, sir. ATL, keeper of the list. Michelle, welcome in here. Aurora Transparency, what's going on? If you guys can keep people in the loop that come on in, because I'm not going to be able to talk. Ms. Libby, welcome on in. Jonathan Mazzilli, we are going to be calling the Independent Monitor about the situation where the police chief threatened KDOT on video. I will not be speaking. It will be purely KDOT talking to the Independent Monitor. But I figured it would be really good for you guys to hear. So if you guys could relay that message to anybody that comes in chat, that would be extremely helpful. And that's where we stand right now. So you guys are going to be privy to what this independent monitor is saying or not saying. And I apologize for the audio in advance, just to let you guys know. All right, K-Dot, it's up to you, my man.
All right. I'm about to go live now. Hi, everybody. I'm going live on my channel. I will be talking to the Aurora Police Monitor, and we're going to have a conversation on what is to be moving forward as far as the police chief's behavior, if he's going to hold him accountable. Hopefully he does. And we'll just go from there, I guess.
Hey, Ellie, nice to see you. This is going to be simulcast on KDOTs too, so if anybody is interested in both streams, feel free to jump back and forth. But I figured this is really important to get recorded, etc., etc. So.
And you guys can hear me okay, right? You can hear me okay, MLH?
As good as it's going to be, man. I know it's real low. If you want to get a little closer to your mic, KDOT, that's about the best we can do.
Is that better?
That's as good as it's gonna get, my man. I got my volume all the way up.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call him now. So, you guys just hold on.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just got done DJing for a mental health conference that we hold every month. So it was really, 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 really good. So,
What's that about?
so basically, it's about it's different organizations, even partnering with the city of Denver, and I think some organizations from Aurora, where we talk about mental health, healing, breathing techniques, anything that has to do with dating. Not dating. I'm sorry. anything that has to do with mental health, we talk about, and just different strategies on how to go about it, civil rights activism, what we can do to be better members in our community. So, really, really great conference. So,
that sounds good.
So,
how many people there?
About a little bit over 300.
Oh, wow.
It was a big conference. Yeah.
And it was in Denver?
It was. It was at the Stanley Marketplace.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with. Oh, maybe I am. Yeah, I think I went there once.
Really nice place, by the way. So
good. So, listen, I thought it would be good to clear the air between us.
Okay.
And try to develop as productive a relationship as we can, because this is going to be going on for another 4.5 years, and I think in order for it to be as good as it can be, the relationship between us should be as good as it can be.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was really what I wanted to try to achieve. And I want you to know that I'm trying to do whatever I can to make things better. I mean, that really is the goal. And I think we can make things better. I see things getting better in some ways already. But I want your input on whether or not you're feeling they're getting better, and what better looks like to you, what it is that you want to see and feel in order to know that it is getting better.
Okay.
And then I wanted to talk about that one incident, the Nestor incident, and just talk some philosophy with respect to what one does with a police officer who probably can't be terminated by virtue of departmental policies, but needs to be remediated in some way, and what that looks like and how that can occur.
Well, first of all, I want to, make it very clear that, I am not your enemy. I'm not trying to, bully my way in any type of thing that you're trying to do. But you have to understand that I'm very passionate about my community. You have to understand that the situation with Elijah McClain and a lot of the other stuff that happened in Aurora, I'm very close to my community, and it was hurtful what we went through when that happened, and so I get you're the person that's like outside looking in, and I want to give you a more realization of what's really going on.
Yep, I appreciate that, and I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and and I'm sure Aurora Police painted a bad picture on me, and I can care less.
Yeah.
And that's,
by the way, they haven't really beyond just reacting to the town hall. Really didn't talk much about anything beyond that.
I guess a lot of us are just really frustrated about what's going on, and things are just it's just really a lack of accountability and transparency, and that's what I have a real serious issue with them on that. Vanessa, the former chief.
Yep.
Did we agree on everything? No, we did not. But one thing I will say is that she was willing to be a listening ear, regardless. No matter how. And look, I cussed Vanessa out a lot of times. You can ask her. I did, but she listened, and she was still professional.
Yeah.
Because she understood that, okay, I'm in the position where I have to earn the trust of my community because of the position that we were put in the community. The community does not trust us. The community is hurting. I told Vanessa, I told the mayor, I told several council members, if we do not start the healing process and get this community together and come with better transparency, crime's going to rise because criminals know that, well, the community doesn't even trust the Aurora police. So why would they call or help them solve any crimes in the particular area, and they use that to their advantage? And instead of trying to have community policing, I really feel that the union runs the police. They enable their behavior, and it's getting people hurt. It's getting people hurt. But ever since me and MLH have been recording police in the neighborhood, it has gone down. Because we don't play that. We just don't. I don't play that. I will go to jail again if I need to protect a citizen. I will risk my life if that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry for interrupting. When you say it's gone down, what do you mean? It's gotten better?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sorry. Are you talking about as far as
you say ever since you've been recording, it's gone down?
Yes, there haven't been any Elijah McClain incidents. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
I will say that because they know that somebody is watching them, and they'll never know when I'm watching them.
Well, yeah. I think it goes even beyond that because I'm watching them too, and
okay.
They do know that I'm watching them, and I have spent a tremendous amount of time reviewing body-worn camera video.
Okay.
Especially in the area of the administration of sedatives and the way that the cops are behaving in situations where mental illness is implicated. And by and large, they are doing a good job. They are not interfering in medical decisions, and I am pretty impressed with the way that they handle a lot of these situations. And yeah, it's one thing to see an incident or two that you're recording. It's another thing to be able to look at 10 or 20 of these. And I'd really love to be able to share some of these with you, so you see at least how some cops are trying to do the right thing in that particular vein. And we have to figure out how to be able to do that, how to be able to show the community that this is what is going on.
Well, okay.
It's not always perfect, and I don't want to make it out as if it is. But by and large, I'm fairly impressed with how they're handling themselves and how. I don't know how it was before Elijah McClain. I know, obviously, the Elijah McClain incident, and what went down there, and that was terrible, to say the least. But I think with the new policies and new training and the consent decree that they appear to have gotten it together. So, I mean, by and large. So we're reviewing every incident in which there is an administration of a chemical sedative.
Okay. Well, I would have to disagree with you on one of those, and not saying I'm disagreeing about what you see, because you see what you see. Again, I'm gonna have to bring this incident up, but at the consent decree meeting, I don't think it's appropriate for the highest officer in the city to threaten a citizen, and that's what he did. He threatened my life, and I have a real issue with that.
Well, things clearly got heated. I'm not sure that I heard the threat that you're referring to.
When I don't think you were that close, but it's all over the internet.
It's when you walked out of the room to the other room?
No. It's actually when I think you were talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't think you were in the vicinity, but you weren't. I don't think you were close enough to hear, because he sort of whispered it, and I wanted to have a conversation with him, and he was like, I'm not talking to you.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I said, you don't have a fucking choice. That's my rebuttal.
Right.
You don't have a fucking choice not to talk to me, because if the Aurora Police Monitor, and like I said, we've had our tussle, but you never not listen to me or had a conversation with me, correct?
That's true. Yep.
You didn't be like, you know what, KDot, I can't speak to you anymore. I'm done. No, I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, speaking for me, that's absolutely true.
Right.
Here you are speaking.
Right. And because I do believe we do want to get to a common goal, and that is transparency and safety for the community, for the citizens and police. I don't want anything to happen to the police either. I said I am not anti-cop. I am pro accountability. And
pro accountability and pro or anti bad cop, I would assume, right? Let's figure out
I'm
bad cop side.
Absolutely. The worst enemy that a cop can have is a bad cop.
Yep. 100%.
Just being honest.
But good cops recognize that, by the way.
Right. But you know what? But sometimes I feel somewhat bad for them too, because sometimes they don't have a leeway or a funnel to go to maybe turn in the bad cop, because there's going to be retaliation, especially if it's from a higher ranking officer or somebody who has special connections to the enablization of the police union. So I think we need to speak about that, but let's get back to the chief. He clearly threatened my life. And
so what did he say?
Did you see the video? I think I sent it to you.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
you did say that he threatened your life. Was the video included in that?
Correct. There is a link to the video. I would like you to check out the video. I would like you to check out that text message that I sent you. And I clearly. Okay.
I'm just going to the text message.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Yep, I sent. August 11th. I sent it to you.
The youtube.be/NT. Okay,
yep.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
Please watch it. Because I don't want to put anything in your mouth or anything like that, but he clearly stated, and he whispered it so people wouldn't, or he spoke, not whispered it, but he spoke low so other people wouldn't hear it. And so when I reacted the way I did, when you watch that video, you'll understand, like, okay, now I understand why he went completely off. It wasn't just, because let's just be honest, man to man, you're going to have an issue with the person, another grown man, threatening your life. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
right. I don't think you would take that lightly.
It depends on the contents, but generally, if you think that it's a serious threat, certainly not. Right?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I say if you believe that it's a serious threat, then certainly you're not going to take it lightly.
Absolutely, I'm not. After you watch the video,
not just you.
No, I wouldn't. But I know logically, because I'm very logical. I know logically, if I go up to another grown person and say I'm gonna threaten your life, I also have to know that there's consequences that come behind that.
Yeah.
So either you're going to have to do it, or you're going to, you know what I'm saying? Or you can't just go up to people, whether you be in a badge or not in the badge, and just threaten somebody. And especially at a consent decree meeting of all places.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be where you're supposed to be shining.
So here's what I would say about that. Things got heated at the meeting, right? And I'm sure some people said things that they regret. I know there are a couple of things I said that I regret. And my guess
you didn't threaten anybody.
No, I didn't threaten anybody. That's true.
So,
that's true.
I meant
and nor would I ever. But,
right.
Yeah. So I listen. I'll take a look and see. But I think here's the deal. I think you and I should have an open dialogue and continue talking. You're and you said it. You're passionate about this. You're a very, very smart guy. You get it. The only thing I would say is that the techniques that you're employing may not be the best to achieve the ends that you want to achieve. But you have to decide that for yourself.
My answer to that again, we'll be nice when we get what we want. Simple as that, because we played nice. We played nice for way too long.
Yeah, I don't.
Way too long. People's lives have been lost. We've been playing nice.
Yeah.
Elijah McClain was nice. He's no longer here. The young people that were assaulted by Aurora police were nice. They have scars on them, and pending litigation against the city of Aurora. I'm tired of being nice. When we get what we want, then I'll be nice. I'll have no problem to come to the table and we'll hash out a deal. I have no problem with that. But at the end of the day, being nice is not keeping us alive. I'm not. But I
hear you.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to. There's something between what happened at the meeting and being nice that may be more productive.
I'm not going to be nice after somebody threatens my life.
Yeah, no. I'm
All due respect, Jeff.
No, I hear you. But what I'm saying is, I'm not asking you to be nice necessarily, and I don't want you to be nice. I think you're right.
I think you should want me to be authentic. Authentically,
I want you to be authentic. I do want you to be authentic. I want you to express the hurt that you're feeling, and to express your observations as to what is going on out there, and whether it's good or bad. I just think that some of what happened that night really was counterproductive. And I'm not asking you to be nice. I'm just asking you not to be counterproductive to your own cause. And I think that may have...
What does that look like to you? You give me an example. Break that down. What does that look like? Because I like outcomes. I don't like fairy tales. I don't like fantasies. Give me...
I think expressing yourself in the way that you're doing now, listening and hearing and having a discourse and arguing and raising your voice if you're feeling that your voice needs to be raised. I think we can probably do without the profanity, because that affects some people in a way that they just stop listening. My fear is, quite frankly, that some people who were at that meeting, community people, were turned off enough not to come back again and say this whole thing is too fucked up to be dealing with.
So my rebuttal on that, okay?
Yeah.
Then that's why my rebuttal on that is that's why we're so behind. That's why we can't move forward as a community, is because people are so stuck on my language, which I have a First Amendment right to do so, instead of actually getting to the core issue, and that is the misconduct of police in our community. So people are so worried about of me cussing or me using foul language. Didn't threaten anybody, didn't do anything illegal, but just simply because I was yelling and expressing my First Amendment right, which I'm allowed to do. Instead of that being said, like, Jeff, you could have been like, you know what? Yes, his language is foul and it's probably inappropriate, but he has a First Amendment right to do. No one said that. No one said that.
You said it.
No, but what I'm saying, but if you're supposed to be the leader of this thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you are. You are the leader of this whole organization, to make sure that that could have been your moment to be like, you know what? You're absolutely right. The things that are coming out of his mouth, I may not like, you may not like, but he does have a First Amendment right to say. At least you would have been fair.
Yeah. Well, and maybe that's what I should have said. And as I said, I have some regrets about things I did say and some things I didn't say.
Okay.
But I mean, just contemplate what you just said, because I think we're saying the same thing. That it's a distraction that keeps us from dealing with the real issues.
I don't think it's a distraction.
Okay.
I think it's a disruption. That's what civil rights is. That's what being we're there to disrupt, because here's the thing. Colin Kaepernick did the same thing. He bent down and on one knee, and guess what? Everybody was focused on him physically going down on one knee instead of the issue at hand. They were so upset. Oh my God, you're being a distraction. This is NFL. This is, we're supposed to. This is not supposed to be political. It's funny how it's not supposed to be political, but when you have the military paying the NFL, we know the real reason. The military paying the NFL to for them to do the national anthem, and a lot of people don't know that, and that is actual facts. But we want to concentrate it. But he was disruptive. It's kind of like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. Because if the conversations that me and you are having, had them 1,000 times with local leaders, with city council people, with the with the city manager, in one ear, out the other. So when you are consistently being ignored, and then your community bullied, and then another incident, like again, they're at it again. Somebody else got beat up by police in my neighborhood again. It's like, okay, well, we're sorry, we apologize, and then we kick you in the head yet again. It's literally that feeling. So how many times, and I get turn the other cheek, right? But I only have two cheeks.
Yeah. And I'm not asking you to turn the other cheek. I don't want you to turn the other cheek. And by the way, I, unlike those other people that you've been talking to, I think have the ability to not only listen, but to hear you and to try to get some change accomplished.
Yeah, and
one thing,
and I had I guess there were some pastors there that didn't like my language. I'm supposed to be having a meeting with them, and I'll let them know too. Look, either, and this is what I'm gonna tell, because another pastor of mine called me, I think maybe the next week or the next few days after the incident happened, and he was just like, hey, some of the pastors in the neighborhood, big pastors in the neighborhood, appreciated your message, but didn't appreciate how it was delivered. Yeah. And I was just like, we'll set up a meeting. And I'll tell them just like that. And here's the thing. No offense, but I'll tell them to quickly fuck off too. If they're in my way, fuck off. I'm going to tell them just like that. Pastor or not, man of God or not, fuck off. You're in the way. And I'd be damned if you're going to be in my way as far as me making sure that I hold these police accountable, that they stop abusing my neighborhood. I'm sick of it. We gotta stop. Let's have real talk. Let's not fuck all this bullshit. As far as the language, okay, get over it. We're grown people. Get over it. You know that I'm allowed to do it. I'm not doing anything illegal. Let's get to the point at hand. The point at hand is to make sure this community is healed, and making sure that the police are required to do what they're supposed to do, and that's serve and protect the community.
Okay. Listen, you have to decide the best way to achieve your goals. All I'm suggesting is that toning that down and concentrating more on the stuff that's happening and talking about that, may be more productive. So
but I didn't do it the whole meeting. I did it. Did I not let you do most of your seminar?
You did. Absolutely, you did. And it was only when we started talking about Nestor that you got in my face about it. And I mentioned before that this is one of the things that I think we have to talk about and understand, and I want to try to get that understanding together, right? Because there are cops who are going to screw up, right? And the question is, how do we can't fire them all, because the system doesn't work that way. So all we
do, the system, the culture. That's what I'm talking about here, Jeff. And what I'm saying is that on the system does not work in our favor. It's worked in our favor, especially people of color. Let's be very clear. So when people say, "Oh my God, the system's broke," no, it's not. It's operating exactly the same way it's supposed to. Let's be very clear. The very first police are slave catchers,
100%.
not bobbies. They were slave catchers. Let's be very clear.
I get it 100%.
So
Believe me, I do.
Let's not pretend. And not only that, there's case law that states that police are not legally here or lawfully required to protect anybody in the United States. And that is Gonzalez versus the city of Castle Rock.
Well, what does
That's
that
the
mean?
Supreme Court. That is case law.
But what does it mean? I'm missing.
It means that it means that exactly what I said. Police are not lawfully required to protect any citizen in the United States.
Okay, but let's assume that's true. I haven't read the case. I will read the case.
I would read it. I would read. I know it's a hard truth. It's a hard pill to swallow. It is. It broke my heart when I read it too. But I would encourage you to read that, and then you would understand. Like, oh crap.
Because why?
I mean, reality. Like crap. Like the police are not here. They're not lawfully. They don't have to protect us. They're not legally required. It is our, as American citizens, to protect ourselves.
Okay, but how does
That's what I'm saying. I don't have a reason to lie to you. I don't have time.
No, I'm not suggesting you're lying at all. I'm just trying to understand how that point fits into the overall.
It points in why there's qualified immunity federally, not in the state of Colorado, but federally there's qualified immunity. That's why police get away with so much stuff, because they can. They're not legally required to protect anybody. Now, policy-wise, they are. It's in their policy, but policy is not law. They can fire you, but they can also countersue for wrongful termination because they have case law on their side. Because they can use Castle Rock versus Gonzalez. You wrongfully terminated me because I'm not required to protect anybody.
Okay.
I would encourage you to look up that law.
Yeah, no, I will. But in the meantime, while that remains the law, the question is, what are we going to do in Aurora about it, right?
Well, I was okay. After you look at the video, well, first of all, you need to deal with the chief of police. That's what you need to do.
Well, and by the way,
look at the video.
I will
analyze that, and you need to be investigating him as soon as possible, because if something were to happen to me, it's on video. If something were to happen to me, remember this conversation, Jeff. If something were to happen to me, if I'm dead in the alley somewhere or whatever, it was Aurora police who did it, because at the end of the day, he issued that idle threat of my life. So I want to be very clear. We need to be investigating.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't do investigations.
Well, somebody needs to do something. I don't know. Okay, so if he
I'll look at it. I'll look at it and let you know what I think can.
I would hope so. If I was in your position, I would not take that lightly at all. As far as a police chief of police threatening a citizen, absolutely, I would take that very seriously.
I assure you, I will take it seriously.
I appreciate that, sir.
But he's here for another couple of months, right?
You said what?
He's only here for another couple of months.
Oh, I know.
The real question is who's going to be the next chief. And
I don't know that. That's
me either. I don't know it either. There's a selection process going on, but that chief's position relative to all the things that we've been talking about is going to be very important, right?
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I'm all about, moving forward. But here's the thing: like this next police chief needs to be heavily involved in community and talking to community. That's what he needs to be doing. That's what he needs, and not for shit and giggles, not for kissing babies and hugging grandmothers and all that type stuff. Not for photo ops. I'm talking about actually that he is well trusted within the community, and that he holds his officers accountable. The thing is, look, I understand there are bad apples in any industry. The issue that I have is that the other industries are holding them accountable. If a doctor is drunk operating on somebody, he's going to lose his license.
Yep. Listen, I'm with you 100% on accountability. 1,000%. I believe that accountability is really, really, really important. I believe that supervision is really, really, really important. I have this whole thing about enhanced supervision and making sure that when something little is seen, that you have to address the little things before they turn into big things.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be undertaking a program of that, and we will be looking at problem cops. So if you have the names of cops who you think are particularly problematic, I think we need to know. I think we also need to recognize that while there are bad cops, there are good cops who can do not great things or bad things. And the question is, how do you deal with those, right?
Give me an example. Can you give me an example of that? Because I don't want to assume.
Well, yeah, you saw the Nestor tape, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
The Nestor tape, the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what your impression was. My impression was that cop was genuinely scared. What do you think?
I think that's full of shit. And not saying that you're full of shit, but I think that statement is full of shit. That officer should have been fired immediately.
Because why?
And charged with a crime.
Because why though? Because he did
police misconduct. If a human being if a regular citizen were to do that to another citizen, they'd be in jail. Just because you're an officer doesn't mean that you get. Matter of fact, your rights are actually restricting a little bit more, and you should be held to a higher standard. You can't do things like a regular citizen, like another private citizen, because you are a public servant. Because you took an oath to the Constitution.
But you do understand that officers have the right to protect themselves when they reasonably believe, that they are that they are in fear for their safety, right? Reasonably believe that
where was the fear?
Is going to be.
I'm confused.
Where was the fear?
Yeah, where was the fear?
And the fear was. So now I'm not saying that this is right, because it wasn't right. It was bizarre from my point of view.
Okay.
There was genuine fear there of the driver having some kind of weapon or reaching for some kind of weapon.
Did he have a weapon?
No, he didn't. But that doesn't mean he was.
Okay,
that doesn't mean he wasn't in fear, right?
Okay, so let's take feelings out of it. Let's stick with facts. Facts is, the driver never had a weapon. The driver never even threatened him. The driver never attacked him. So what is there to fear?
Well, that's why the fear isn't reasonable, right?
It's not.
But
so I'm gonna shift up. Okay.
That doesn't mean he wasn't afraid, right?
If you're afraid, you need to quit immediately.
Well, that's
you need to rely on your training. No, you need to rely on your training.
I agree with you. I agree with
not your fear, like, because your fear and your ego is going to get you in trouble and somebody else hurt, or maybe even deceased.
Correct.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. And not only that, that's why we have implicit bias training. You know.
Yep. I agree with that as well. It is why we have implicit bias training. I agree with all that. Anyhow, listen, I think this is a longer philosophical question, but I hear what you're saying, and
because I can break it down for you, Jeff. You know I can.
Yeah,
I'll break the video down from. If I'm not mistaken, I think I did break a video breakdown on this. I might have. I'm not sure, but I know I showed it on my channel. And
I didn't see it if you did. But you're right, I think, in terms of being extremely worried about that kind of behavior. And what we need to do is understand how many other cops like that are out there and try to find them and try to remediate them so that they never act like that. And you're right that it is partially implicit bias training. It starts in picking the right people for the job, right? Making sure that they are able to do and will be able to withstand the pressures that will be put upon them. So all of that is important.
Okay. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, just because you make a decision does not mean you get to determine the consequence. And in a lot of these cases, it's determined for them. It's just he's back on the street with the public. I don't know if I'm gonna ever have a run into him, and he has a bad night, he goes off on me, and I might be the victim, and I might not come back from it, is what I'm saying.
Yep, I hear you.
I get what you're saying. I understand. You know, you want to try to give the gray area thing, but if there's clearly there's several civil rights violations. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, not only that, and we talk about defunding the police. You know, there's people so upset about defunding police, but at the end of the day, they're defunding themselves with these damn lawsuits. And not only that, who has to pay for this? The taxpayers. We have to pay, and we have to pay for their fuck up. Not only do they not get in trouble for it, they get to go back into the police board, and it costs us money. We were asleep at home doing absolutely nothing to nobody, being good citizens, and we wake up with a lawsuit, and we didn't do anything.
Yep.
Matter of fact, and I will tell you this, Jeff, and I don't know if you know this, but I can send you the video. The night of this consent decree, there was a citizen and her daughter who was assaulted. 2 hours after the consent decree meeting.
No, I didn't hear that. You mean after the town hall?
Of course you didn't hear that. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. Why would they? Why?
But tell me who was assaulted where by whom?
By Aurora police. It happened off of Mississippi. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mississippi and Sable.
And
right near the 7-Eleven.
What happened? Do you know the details or not?
I know some of the details, but I can't wait till the body camera comes out. There was a traffic stop done with the young lady. I'm not sure exactly what the situation was between her and the officer, but the officer wanted her to get out of the car. She was afraid to get out of her car. I mean, I would understand. It's the Aurora police, for God's sake. I don't want to get killed, you know. And they were pretty much, the mother went to go out there and record the situation because the daughter called her. And as the daughter, as she was recorded, she was tackled. And she also has bruises and everything on her arm. Ended up having to, and I believe the mother already was dealing, already had a disease that she's actually dealing with. So they actually reactivated that particular episode to where it caused her to be in the hospital yet again because of them. She was arrested and released because the reason why they didn't take her to jail was because she had a lot of medication.
Yeah.
And so they just arrested her, gave her a citation, and released her. But there is video on it. But I would.
So here's what I'd like to do. If you can get me the details and send them to me,
I will.
The time of day is particularly important, and if you have the names of the officers who were involved, I'd like to pull it and look at it.
It was I'm sorry, she had MS. The mother had MS.
To the extent that that they feel that there was misconduct, obviously they should file a complaint, and we'll get in the ordinary course of business that way. But this is really the kind of stuff that you can be tremendously helpful with, I think. And this is what I'm looking at.
Jeff, I would love to be helpful, but you don't know how many times I've had this conversation with other people, and absolutely nothing has been done about it. I would do everything that I'm supposed to do, and it literally shit has not happened.
Well, I can't promise that we're going to see it in the same way, and I can't promise even if we do see it in the same way that something will necessarily be done in the first instance about it.
Okay.
But what I can promise is if I see it one way and it's the same way that you see it and nothing is done, that I will be heard on it. I mean, yeah, that much.
And I'm going to be honest with you. This is where I get frustrated. I'm going to just be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, well, I can't promise anything. Well, so why are we having this conversation?
Well, what can I mean, I'm being honest with you. I don't want to overpromise.
I get it, but it's just like, what, I mean, you got to hear where I'm coming from. Right?
Yeah, I know, I hear it. And by the way,
I'm pretty sure you would be upset if your wife was tackled by the police, or your daughter was assaulted by the police. And not only that, they did grab on her vaginal area as well. I mean, these guys were completely inappropriate.
Well,
this is what I will do.
I will take a deal out of it. And by the way, I don't know if you know this or not, but I made a deal out of the Nestor case, right?
I'm sorry, say that?
I put the Nestor case in our report, right?
What are you talking?
I'm sorry?
What are you talking about? What did you put in the report?
I had a whole section on that case with.
Are you talking about the body cam? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because the guy's still on the force. What's that? I mean, that's great. That is documented. Great. You know, it's documented. Yay! But he's still with the general public.
Yes, but
So how's that solve anything?
well,
I mean, for him, he's off. He got his job. He gets to walk around public. He gets to still have a gun. He still has to have a badge. He still has arresting powers. And what do citizens get?
Here's how I think it helps things, and that is number one, it lets everybody know that we're watching. Two is it lets the department know that we, the monitor team, is taking this seriously, and therefore they have to take it seriously.
But what is it telling? Okay, but you're also telling the citizens, you're just watching, but you're not acting, and we need you to act. We're tired of watching. We're tired of. Okay, I'm watching too, but there's no action. There's no actionable items.
Here is the action that I can take. I can write about it. I can hold in non-compliance. I can refer things to the district attorney or to the attorney general. I don't have.
Did you do that?
I'm sorry?
Did you do that?
It had already been referred to the district attorneys.
And the district attorney did what? Nothing, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't control the district attorney.
You see what I'm saying, Jeff? Nothing was done.
But these things happen in increments. I understand how much you would like it all to happen in one fell swoop, and how frustrating it is for it not to happen that way, and how painful it is to those who are affected by it not happening that way. But
but the investigation is over, correct?
The investigation, I think, is over, yes.
Right. So what are we talking about? Nothing was done.
Well, we're talking about, again, the increment of putting people on notice that we are really watching this. Or
it could be sending a signal that we just enabled your behavior.
I don't. That is not the feedback that I've gotten.
Well, okay.
I mean,
I'm telling you right now, and the citizens, all the citizens, were upset about that situation. You're not going to sit here and deny that.
They were upset about that particular case, you mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course they were. And
right. So those are the people that matter. It's not the damn police union or the police or whatever. I mean, you basically got a slap on the wrist. Don't do that next time, okay? Just try not to, because you might accidentally kill somebody. It's a slap to the face. Because look, I don't want to be fucking, I don't like paying taxes. I don't like it. And I like having my resources being reinvested in something to where it benefits me and the community in a generalization scale.
Yep.
And this didn't benefit it. The only person that was benefited out of this was the actual police officer. He got a slap on the wrist. He got a little counseling, a little training, and then out back on the street. He's not even in the damn uniform room. I'd rather him be in a uniform room, not dealing with the public, than him putting him back on the street. That's absolutely asinine. That's ridiculous.
I hear you, and we're watching him closely as well. But I hear you. I hear you.
But here's the thing. I know you'll never do this, but I bet you if you did one cop watch
with you mean going out with you, a ride along?
With me?
Is that what you're saying? One cop watch?
I would encourage you to do one cop watch with me, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm dead serious, Jeff.
I'm
dead
doing
serious. I don't talk out of my ass. I'm dead ass serious.
I'm doing a lot of cop watching through the body worn camera video.
That's not good enough. You're not on the streets.
Well, but in some ways it's better, isn't it?
No. That's like being a broadcaster. Actually go out on the street.
Yeah.
Actually have interaction. And I promise you, you will have a different eye opener. I guarantee you. I challenge you that. And you know what? In your position, you should never be comfortable.
Yeah.
You should never ever be comfortable, because comfortability begins complacency.
Yeah.
And you should be outside of your comfort zone. You know what? I should go out on case. Maybe not even me. Let me just do my own cop watch. Let me just see a traffic stop. Let me record it, and let me see what because then you'll get a genuine. That's something that you can notate. That's something like what I observed, and you can actually say, "Yo, I was out there on the street, and this is what I'm getting back. You're getting it all, not just from the body cam, because you can turn on and turn off the body cam. I mean, see what happened in Denver, Colorado police. The guy who the three officers who shot into an open crowd turned on the body cam after the shit happened.
Yeah. By the way, Aurora has been pretty good in the activation of body cams.
I mean, fucking Denver police is. I mean, hell, you should probably be hired for them next. I'm just expect a phone call, Jeff. They might be just sitting over there next.
I have my hands full with.
I'm just saying, Jeff. I wouldn't be saying for Jeff. We might need some help over here, because I mean, shit, you know, we got cops over here acting like Rambo, shooting in a crowd full of people. But that's kind of reckless. So what I'm saying, I dare you. I dare you to go on a cop watch with me. Do a real ride along. A real ride along where they don't create the narrative. It's actually a genuine experience.
I'm gonna do.
I encourage you.
I'm gonna do it with you. I just
you know what? If you do that with me, my respect level will go through the roof for you.
Okay, we'll do it. Yeah, I promise we'll do it.
And you have my word. You have my word. If you ever did a cop watch with me, my respect level would go through the roof.
Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm not.
Okay.
They'll necessarily be this time. Maybe November.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that. We can schedule it, and you know, no problem. And I appreciate that. That actually makes me feel a lot better about you. Just from you saying that.
Good.
And I will be totally 100% honest with you. That makes me like, whoa, he's serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm trying to take this whole position as seriously as I possibly can, understanding what needs to be done. But let me ask you something about crime.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have ideas on crime too?
You said what now?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, you broke out, or you cut off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said, do you have ideas on crime fighting as well?
Well, police are not crime fighters. They respond to crime. There's a difference. Yeah. I do have issues with crime. Lack of resources. If you check our budget, who's most of the budget go to? Police.
Yeah.
We have to look at that. We have to be realistic about that. It goes to our military and our police, and we get the crumbs. So when we have to look at mental health, We have to look at in environmental situations.
Yeah.
We have to look at certain things. Are they crimes? Because I'll give you an example. Minneapolis and Philadelphia are no longer doing petty traffic stops anymore.
Yeah.
They're not stopping people for license plates. They're not stopping people for cracked windshields or something hanging out of their window or anything like that. They stop doing it because it's a negative interaction with the because we have to go back to, if there is a victim, then there is a crime. Not stopping at a stoplight is a traffic infraction. It's not a crime.
Yeah.
If nobody gets hurt, I'm not encouraging it by any means. I want to be very clear. Not encouraging it. I want everybody to drive safe. But what I'm saying is that if you actually see somebody do it, yeah, obviously stop them for that, or if they're speeding, or if they're drinking and driving, sure. I'm all for that. I am all for that. But there is a thing called fishing expedition. Trying to fish for something. Just simply stopping for a taillight and they're asking, are there any weapons in the car? Well, wait, how do we get to that?
Called pretextual stops, right?
Yeah, like that. How do we get to that? Wait a minute. What?
It used to be a primary method by which crime fighting was thought to be accomplished, and it accomplished really nothing.
And I want to be clear. I used to be in law enforcement. That's why I can speak on both sides.
Is that right? I didn't know.
Yes, I used to work for Adams County Community Corrections. Adams County.
Really?
Yes. I can speak, and I left because I had integrity. I seen too much.
Yeah.
I seen way too much, and I'm like, if I am not a part of the solution, then I'm obviously part of the problem.
Yeah.
And so I can speak on both sides. I know what I'm talking about. That's why before I even picked up a camera and started filming, I studied. I was studying faithfully, religiously in the law library. That's why I know my statutes. That's why I know my my laws. That's why I know my amendments. That's why I don't. When cops try to cops-plain me, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know the method. I was trained on it. I'm an expert at it. I was also trained in investigation. I can simply tell when somebody's lying to me in just simple writing. Do you know that? We got a scale for it. We were taught that in criminal justice. I know when a child has been through traumatic trauma. Usually children write big. If they write, if you see their writing, gradually transform the next week into small writing, something traumatic happened to that child.
Yep.
I was taught all this. I know when somebody's being genuine, and I know when they're full of shit. I was trained in investigation. I'm an expert at it.
It's a good skill.
It's a big skill, absolutely.
So listen, it's getting late here, and
I appreciate this conversation, by the way.
And so do I. And I meant what I said about doing the ride along. We'll do that. But
okay.
What I want to do is keep this line open, right? And
okay.
If there are incidents that you hear of, and if you can get me that one on the night of the town hall, that would be great.
Okay. It's in your text message.
If you can keep your ear to the ground,
I will.
As to whether or not things are getting better, and
okay,
I want to figure out.
I'm fair. I'm very fair. There are a few officers in the Aurora PD that I do hold dear to my heart, and there's an officer, K. McKinley, K. McManley. He works at the Aurora Mall.
Right.
Great gentleman. He does stuff for the kids. Officer Mars. He's also a community. I forgot what title that is, but he's involved with the community heavily. He's with the kids.
PAR officer.
Great gentleman.
PAR officer, is that it? PAR?
I'm sorry?
Is it the PAR officer? PAR?
I believe so. I believe so. I'm fair. I'm very fair. But if you screw up, I'm gonna call you on your shit. Simple as that. I keep documentations. I don't have. There's too many lives at risk right now to waste your time. Because I know you have a lot of stuff to do, and I know you have a lot on your plate, and I'm not diminishing that at all. I just want to get to the key factor, and then that's making sure everybody's safe. I want Aurora police to be safe. I don't want them to be endangering there.
Yep.
And here's another thing, Jeff.
Yep.
Here's another thing. When I'm out there, it's in their benefit as well. Because what if a criminal just, or somebody happens to go off and attack the police? I got footage of it. That's evidence. I'm not going to withhold that footage. It's out there.
Yeah.
So it works in their benefit as well. All I'm asking them to do is just, look, you never have to worry about your job if you're doing your job right. Simple as that.
That's exactly right. You should be, when you're recording, a complete non-entity.
Right.
Right.
If I was being recorded, I'd be like, hi, my name is Officer such and such, my badge number 352. Here's my card. If you guys need anything, please let me know.
Yeah.
And go on about my business and let them record. Boom, easy, no issues.
Yeah. That's true.
No issues at all.
100% right. So, what I'd like to do is look at that incident, and I'd like to keep these lines of communication open. I'd like to think about how it is that we can meaningfully measure improvement. Because it's a difficult thing to really measure. We have anecdotal evidence, and one anecdote can skew it all, right? So we just have to figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, bud?
All right, and I appreciate the conversation, Jeff, and I appreciate you.
As do I, and going to watch that video now.
Okay, and let me know what you think.
I will.
All right,
Okay.
and I appreciate you conversating. And when's the next meeting posted, or do you have that date at all, or no?
It will be in November, so they will happen in the first year every 3 months.
Okay.
Okay, bud. Take care.
All right.
Have a good night.
Appreciate the conversation. Thanks.
Take care, Cut.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that was KDot. Let me see if I can get onto KDot's StreamYard. Sorry for the crappy audio. I know I'm busting you guys' ears. I gotta roll down the. Bernie is here with me. Say hi, Bernie.
Hi.
We've been listening the whole time. I'm gonna try to get on with KDot. We're gonna have a quick conversation about what just took place, and hopefully, you guys will be able to hear everything. KDot.
What do you think? What's your thoughts?
Okay, there's a lot of good and bad that went on in there.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear?
What's going on?
Oh shit.
Wait.
Hang on.
All right,
put on your
there
hair.
you go.
Put on your
There you
headset,
go.
KDot. Oh, that's good, man. Okay, so good and
Did
bad.
you hear the conversation though?
We heard the whole thing. Everybody in my chat was lighting it up. You know,
And if you guys are here, please like the channel, please. I appreciate it.
yes, both channels, please. Fabian G's been
Both
doing a great
channels,
job on my side of things to remind everybody to hit that like button. Likes help both our streams here. KDot, I appreciate him saying that he wants to go on a ride along, but my gut feeling tells me he's going to let everybody know he's going to go on a ride along with you. The thing about it is maybe not.
Are you talking about the department he's gonna let?
I'm pretty sure
know?
he talks with them all the time. So
good analysis.
To think that he's not going to tip them off, but it still might work in your favor because they can't help themselves from making mistake after goddamn mistake. So this will be a good thing if he does it. Hold him to his word. We're obviously going to do that. Most likely it's going to be both of us plus him on the cop watch.
Yeah, of course you're going to be there.
I'm hoping he's not going to wear a suit and tie. Because that would ruin the whole escapade, I guess.
Well, it is probably going to be a little colder. I would hope he's going to need a bundle up for that one.
Right. November would be a little cold here in Aurora, but he was very slippery, KDot, but I like how you slipped with him and then brought things back to the center a bit. But he's a very slick politician, KDot, because he's riding a fine line. You know what I mean? I wish that I could have talked on the conversation, KDot, because he said something very interesting towards the beginning that he regretted saying some things. I'm wondering what he regretted saying, because I think one of the things that he probably regretted saying, that now that he's talking to you one-on-one, I'm pretty sure that he felt bad about I'm pretty sure he felt bad about telling you he doesn't work for the people or you, because and he kept on referring to the courts. Shut up, Ellie. I see Ellie in your chat. How dare you leave my chat for KDot, Ellie? You cheater. You're a cheater. I just think that Ellie made some great observations. I'm going to go back in my chat, and he just wants to take credit because of what he's doing. Oh my God. He did not just say they are doing a good job, did he? Yes, he did. And I was screaming in my own head, KDot, because you brought it up later on in the convo. He's not out there and sees what we see when we go do what we do, right?
Yeah, that's why I had to break it down as a broadcaster. They're reporting the news, but they're not actually out there as the reporter in the grime, down and dirty, getting the news filtered to the broadcaster. You're in the position of the broadcaster. You're not actually in the streets like I am.
Right. Diesel makes a great point. Now he can't back out of that cop watch, KDot. And what I would suggest is going out on a Friday or Saturday night, because that's going to be perfect.
Colfax.
Right on Colfax, East Colfax. I mean,
Colfax.
I'll be there.
Mississippi, Mississippi and Sable. Their hangout spots,
Galena. I can go down the road, man. Havana. Actually, Havana's still Aurora. But look, for everybody that's listening on my channel and KDot, you all go back and forth to both of our channels. We love you all.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've been inactive because I've had some just nagging car issues and some other life stuff, getting ready to go to Las Vegas next month. But I'm going to be back out in force, KDot. I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines. I mean,
I know.
I get itchy, man. A couple days, and I want to, I mean, if it was up to me, KDot, you know me, I'd be out there every single day, and I was doing that for a while, But I had a good group of friends, including yourself and Ellie and a bunch of other people that were telling me, if you keep doing that, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to be no use to anybody. So I've been kind of taking that advice, sort of. I still, I still do stuff like I'm not on camera and all that, but I think this is going to be really important in November. My eyes lit up when he said that he would actually do that with you, Kate. And if it has to be just you and him, it has to be just you and him. Yeah, Kate, you could tell he didn't do his homework on you. He was shocked when you told him that you were a corrections officer. That's exactly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Unindoctrinated. I mean, Mexican long hair on YouTube. If somebody wants to drop the link, Ellie, right away. Ellie's on it, man. Ellie's the best. Along with all my mods, they're awesome. But Canada, I see you. These are the things that he doesn't realize. Every time that you and I got made fun of on a troll channel, and you know what I'm talking about, because I was saying the same things that you're saying, that we're risking our lives every time we do this. It's not it's not hyperbole to say that either one of us could not be here the next day after doing one of these cop watches. I mean, if they're willing to put hands on us like the Denver cops did, and I'm glad you brought up Denver, KDot, because they're just as out of control as the Aurora cops are. Aurora hasn't gotten any better. And I think he has this rosy vision of what they are telling him and what the people around him are telling him. It sucks. Yes, Ellie, all the mods are great. Every single one of my mods, Canada, Strange and Unusual, you know who you all are, Gen Wow. I mean, I've got a litany of just a who's who of great mods, but it's very real when you're on the streets and you get pushed around by a cop and told that you're going to be arrested for doing nothing wrong. It's the reason why when we were on that one KDOT that we both pointed out that officer that escalated things was going to get somebody killed. And he could have easily got one of us killed that night. As a matter of fact, those were the same officers that pulled their guns and shot into a crowd. You brought that up too. So I just I don't know, man. Like I think ex-correction officers are the best kind, Blue Unicorn says. Gimmickless, thank you for being in there. Michelle, this independent monitor has no clue. Actually, I think he does have a clue because he's also a former officer.
Yeah, yes.
KDOT. So he knows exactly the cops planning and the investigation stuff that you brought up, that you were an expert at it, and all this.
I even broke down the scale. When I brought up the scale, he knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. Gimmickless asks, has anything else come out about the shooting? Well, I don't know if you knew this, Gimmickless, but KDOT and I, we both talked to lawyers about that case. So if that gives you any clue that our video is kind of important to that case. And if you want to check out my video and KDOT's video, feel free to do so. I'm sure you guys have already seen seen those videos. If not, check them out. They're mine is entitled, it has a thumbnail of Officer Ramos. I put Tyrant Officer Ramos, I think, on mine. KDOT, I think you said Denver police officers assault me and MLH. So if you guys check out those videos, the cameras don't lie. I will brag a little bit here, KDot, and say that my video footage is slightly better than yours.
Oh yeah.
Quality wise.
Because he has an iPhone.
Yes, but this is
Team Android.
Right. But this is the same night that those same cops that were on that stop, 3 of them that I recognized, shot into a crowd. So
Yep.
KDot and I were not talking out of our ass when we said that this guy's going to get somebody killed. It literally almost happened that night. So, and you know what? Aurora works in conjunction with Denver on the border there on Colfax, and along the edges there, they kind of share, knowledge and whatnot, and they're it's one big blue line gang of a bunch of a-holes, so it's not out of the realm that Aurora is just as bad, if not worse, and it's been proven. Elijah McClain got killed because of their stupidity and actions. Kyle Vincent was battered badly. If you guys have seen that video, Aurora Transparency's daughter was roughed up, and Aurora herself was roughed up. I did see that the Payson is retiring in Denver, which is great news. He's a tyrant of the highest order.
Fuck that dude.
He's a real piece of shit, man.
Hopefully
and
we can take that dumbass sign down.
Take all those signs down in all those lobbies. I mean, we've been advocating for that. I mean, those signs mean nothing, Kate. How many times have we been in District 4's lobby, District 5? District 5 won't let us in because they just don't let anybody in for whatever reason. District 6, but anyways, we're talking about Aurora, and honestly, I think you did a fantastic job in that conversation. I think there were a couple of moments where Jeff just wasn't seeing the whole point of the matter, and I don't know. Yes, I did. Canada in my chat says MLH just camera shamed the amazing KDot. I sure did, man. One day I'm gonna get him to get a good camera, Canada. I promise. But
that should be. I'm gonna tell you right now. I want everybody, and I mean everybody, to be in that chat when we are cop watching with the Aurora Police Monitor.
Oh, this is.
I want everybody there. Ellie, your ass definitely better be there. You definitely don't want to miss this shit.
Canada, you better be there. Everybody, I agree. We're both going to be live. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could make it a rivalry thing, man. I mean, we could say, the most people in each chat, and you already have a leg up on me, KDot. You have more subs, so but I'm willing to put up the MLH monsters.
Mean that I'll get more views. You might get more views.
That's true. That's true. It depends on the camera quality, which I'm not sabotaging KDot stream, but my camera is so much better.
To get another phone or something.
My camera is so no. Keep the one that you got, KDot. You keep the one that you got. My camera is so much better, y'all. I mean, just come to my stream, and you will have a viewing experience for the ages.
Aurora, you should be on that too. Why not?
Yeah, we'll bring Aurora on over so Jeff can get a good taste of how Aurora handles stuff.
Oh
man.
yeah,
I mean,
right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. We will continue doing what we do. We will only mirror. If a police officer's nice to us, we'll be nice to them, like we have been.
Yeah.
If they want to act like an axe, it's showtime.
Well, see, this is what I always tell people, KDot. Like 9 times out of 10, and I say 9 times out of 10 because there's exceptions to the rule, but 9 times out of 10, I won't be the first one to talk, right? Now, there are those certain officers like Officer Nick Groves in Denver, who's just a worthless fucking piece of shit on the quote-unquote homeless outreach team, or the HOT team, who's about as worthless as a can of dirt. You know, there's those officers that you know from being out there, KDot, that aren't worth even bothering being nice to, because you know who they are. Like, if I ever run into the cop that threw his card at you, KDot, while I was watching, I'm gonna give him something. I'm gonna give him hell, because that is no way to treat anybody. And I felt that was borderline kind of a racial thing, even though I can't really prove it. You know, I mean, I just either that, or it's just a anti-cop watcher thing, the way that he treated you. But I took exception to that, even worse than when we were that day. It's the same day that we were assaulted that happened, if you remember, KDot. So yeah, I just I don't know.
Yeah. And the thing is with, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I am surprised that he even initiated saying that I'll go with you. I'm like, no fucking way.
I believe it when I see it, KDot.
I believe it when I see it too, but just him actually saying it, because I didn't even expect him to say it. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, hopefully we'll have a great deal of what we actually do. You know, great respect and admiration. Like, these guys are out there really. These guys need to be in your.
I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs when he was talking about the language, KDot, and it's the same thing that black guy at the event was trying to tell you. You know, it's like I kept on thinking to myself, I've had this conversation with you, KDot. You know, and I said, well, maybe we need to, but you're absolutely correct. I mean, it's enough is enough. You know what I mean? I mean, Regan Benson feels the same way. You know, I talked to her about the same thing. Like, are they really going to listen if you talk in that manner? You know, with the language, and both you and her, you know, pointed out to me that. Basically, in essence, it's the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? If you're not going to be willing to have those conversations in that manner, regardless if you're religious or not. I know there's a lot of religious people in chat that may or may not agree with the language, but the point is the same. The First Amendment doesn't say, oh, well, if you're religious, you can't say F this and you know, hell and damn and shit and everything else, right? I mean,
hell, he didn't even know about the case law.
Yeah. He's very ignorant. I think it's been a long time since he's been a cop.
I think
So, you know,
sure.
And plus most cops don't know anything about law anyways. I mean, you and I have proven that time and time again. They don't know the law, right? But on the flip side, they have the law on their side when it comes to the heat of the moment. So either one of us could have been arrested that night. And I almost expected it, KDot, when, you know, when we were, you know, when we were simply recording. You know, it's just, it's mind-boggling to me that they don't want somebody to record them for transparency purposes.
Yeah.
You know, their body cams are junk. And they can edit that at any time, and they've done it time and time again. When I got my body cam footage back from the incident that we were at, KDot, which, by the way, you never got, and you should bring that up to him too. I was surprised you didn't.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Maybe next time you can bring it up to him.
Yeah.
But
what's the question, Ellie?
The problem was when I got that footage, I got less than half of what I asked for, right? And also it was heavily edited. I mean, I got the sergeant at the station and not on the stop. There was no body cam of the sergeant on the stop. So what good was the body cam footage? Of course. When I talked to a lawyer about it, the lawyer was like, I don't see anything wrong with this footage. You know, and I had to agree with him. I'm like, I agree,
Yeah.
but that's because you only see half of the body cam. You know, you're not seeing the full story. Hey, Gina Morris, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. She gave me a super chat in my chat, and I'm paying attention to both chats, y'all. So just to let you know, I really appreciate that. That means a lot, Gina. So I really appreciate it. Go ahead, and Ellie just asked you a question, KDot, in your chat.
Okay. What was it? Can you request which officer you get to do the ride along with? I don't think they should pick. I want you to pick one with the attitude on it. No, no, no.
No, Ellie.
No. We're not doing a ride along with an officer. He's coming on a ride along of cop watching.
Yes.
We're not doing that shit.
See,
Yeah,
but
he will be accompanying us watching cops.
yes. I think if he doesn't tip off the cops to it, his eyes are going to be kind of open. You know what I mean? Like if he does not tip them off, because I tell you what, KDot, if he tips them off, we'll know right away, because the traffic stop will go perfect. We'll get up and close and personal. They won't say anything, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he does not tip them off, but I still think there's a chance that it could go our way, even if he does tip them off, because they simply cannot help themselves. Their egos are so big, KDot, that they cannot help themselves from fucking up. They can't help it. And it's going to be really interesting. You guys are not going to want to miss that. If it ends up just being you and him, KDot, I will be...
No.
You know,
Shit.
I mean...
what I say goes.
No, I understand. I get it. but hey, if he's unagreeable to me being there, I mean, I would rather...
I don't think he will. Hell, I cussed him out. I think you guys had more of a... I think you had more of a actual conversation than me and him at the I was just cussing his ass out. You actually had a pretty good dialogue with him.
Well, most of my dialogue with him was defending your stance on the language, and I don't understand that. Like the black guy that was there too, I took exception to him. I'm like, no, KDot's doing the exact right. You know, I'm not a big fan of what is his name, KDot, the senator I should know this. It's on the tip of my tongue. I forget everything. But good trouble. John Lewis, right?
John Lewis, yes.
Okay, that's right. KDot is the epitome, and I think I can put myself firmly in this as well, KDot. We're firmly in the good trouble camp, because we seem to get ourselves in a little bit of trouble at times, but that's the only way that we can show people that things are bad. You know, I know that there's a ton of bootlickers out there. There's a ton of people that view cops as heroes. I'm not saying those people are bootlickers, but they have this perception of the police that all police are righteous and they want to do the right thing, and they always do the right things. It's the citizens that make the problems and all this, right? Which I'm not disagreeing that there's a lot of citizens that cause issues, right? That's not in disagreement. You know, that there is crime, and that's another point that he brought up is crime.
And I simply broke that down to him. And I'm not oblivious to that there's crime, but you got to understand the why aspect.
Right.
You know, why is it? You know, and I broke that down to him, and he was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And he probably thought, you know, I was just gonna be like, oh well, you know, the innocents. The citizens are innocent and all this. I'm not oblivious to the fact, but you have to understand why.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story.
Yeah.
Everybody has a fucked up story.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just Fabian G says trust no piggy. I'm inclined. I hate the word pigs, guys. I really wish that we could change that to cockroach, because pigs are cute. Pigs can be taught. Cockroaches are just icky and nobody likes them, right? I like the term cockroaches because I think it's really apt.
Yeah.
There was a point in time when we were talking about, like, somebody, I think it was Sasquatch, that was talking about the bad apple, the good apples,
Right.
bad apples, right? Uh,
Right.
I I used to think that it was about a 50-50 ratio back in the day, way back in the day, KDot. But as
It's like worse.
I gained, oh, it's way worse, KDot. My feeling is it's about 90 to 95% that are just rotten to the core.
Yeah.
It's not, let's say 90%. 5% are brand new and want to do great and all this. And the other 5% are technically good, but they stand around and they do nothing when others do bad. So that in turn makes them bad. So to me, it's like 95% they're all worthless, and the five
Yeah.
percent the 5% that are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed going in, are just bound to be corrupted themselves. So
Right.
how many times have we
Right.
seen it, KDot? Like, even if
A
it's
lot.
just a shitty, and I know this is anecdotal evidence, just you and I going out there with two cameras, but when almost every interaction there's something shitty that goes on, then you know that there's a problem. There's a problem. You know, so it just yeah, from Animal Farm, I understand that, Blue Unicorn. I think cockroach is way more apt for them, because when you look at a cockroach, anybody that looks at a common, I'm not talking about those hissing cockroaches, or the good ones, so to speak. I'm talking
They
about
have
the
hissing cockroaches?
Oh yeah, haven't you ever seen
Oh
them, man? They're
shit.
huge, and
No.
they're kind of
Shit.
scary looking, but actually those are
All
cool
of them are
bugs.
scary.
Uh, but honestly, uh, it's all about the common ones that everybody finds very icky and germy and gross,
Yeah.
right?
They
So
carry diseases. Yeah.
it's just one of those things, man.
I hear you.
I I would much rather, because it just in some people's eyes, pigs are, you know, endearing. you
Yeah.
know, so there's nothing endearing about what we see. I wish it was the opposite, Kadot. I wish that we would go out there. All of a sudden, things would change overnight, and you and I would go out there, and somebody would be pulled over, whether it be a black person, white person, brown. It doesn't matter, and they come up to us and say, "Hey guys, how's it going? Feel free to, come on around and videotape anything that you want. Just, kind of,
Yeah.
just stay out of our way. I mean, we're on a traffic stop. This is what the traffic stop is for, because it's public knowledge, and I know you have the right to know. I wished it was like that. I have yet to be on one where everything, and this is literal, guys. You guys can look at all my videos. I think maybe one time I asked an officer what was going on, and he was very forthright. Other than that, like 99% of my cop watches have been, tight-lipped. They don't want to say anything. They don't tell you anything. They're rough. They're gruff. They don't care. They hate you. They want you out of there. Well, Ellie, it's still apt, right? They've survived. They've survived everything. That's just the way it is. So I don't have a problem with your language, K-Dot. I know we talked about it, but it was more a reconciliation of my feelings of things, more because you heard me several times, K-Dot,
Yeah.
out there saying what I say, and it is what
Right.
it is, you know. It just
What's up, Toe?
What
what's
up,
up, Tofor?
yo?
What's going on?
What up,
No, I hear you.
man?
Yeah.
I'm being a panel whore. I just figure I'd come up here and just be like, "What up?"
you're
Yeah,
a
we
whore.
just got done speaking with the Aurora Police Monitor
Yeah,
on his. I guess he didn't see, and that's why I had to, you know,
This is another problem.
Remember, he said he never got the text, and I'm just like, no, you got it. I said August 11th. And yeah, you did.
This is another problem with him, KDot. This particular monitor never gets your texts, never gets your emails, none of that. Yeah. And that's an ongoing issue. You know, this is this is a problem with him. He either forgets or conveniently forgets, or he's in complete denial, and that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? So that's got to change. That
treat me as an idiot, but what is this person's job?
So you know that
it's not hard for me to do, Topher.
I know.
You know that Aurora Police is under consent decree. He is the monitor. He is the person who has authority over the police as far as holding them accountable, making sure that they make sure they write the consent decree, and then not only or adhere to the consent decree, but also from the consent decree that they adhere that into their own policy. Okay. So he's there for 5 years to basically, I guess in a way he's, us, but not really us.
Is he a civilian or is he someone that they handpicked?
He is a private citizen, yes. He owns his own company, and he was hired by the courts to monitor Aurora Police.
And that's the other problem that I have with the guy. Like when you were pointing out to him that he works for us, in essence he does. I know he kept on saying, no, I work for the courts, not you. Well, the courts are supposed to work for us, therefore you work for us. You know what I mean? I mean, that's
right.
The whole kit and caboodle. And I think that's what he was meaning by saying, like he was saying that he regretted saying some things. I think he if I was I was on the call, but if I was really on the call, I would have asked him that. I would have said, well, what do you regret? I'm genuinely curious what you regret, because I know KDot didn't regret a damn thing he said in that meeting, and he shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Oh. And I didn't regret anything I said to Jeff or the piece of shit fucking temporary what's his name? The Chief Oates, who is older than dirt. He should. There's, and then what he said to you was one of the worst things I think I've ever heard a police chief say to a citizen, KDot. And I heard it. I was in the room. I was right there when he said it, and I was appalled. Yeah. And I'm glad you called him on that. And if anything should rile somebody up, it's a direct threat. And his words were, "You're gonna get yourself killed, KDot." Yeah, what is that? What does that mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Don't what did he say? Don't risk your life.
That's he said you're risking your life.
You're risking your life.
You're risking your life.
You're risking your life by standing on a public sidewalk taking pictures?
Exactly.
No. You must have not seen the video.
No, What was
it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Which video was it? I mean, was it one of yours?
Both.
It was
it's mine.
Yeah,
it's on mine.
Yeah.
Was it that one where you guys were running through the parking lot?
No, not that one.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, this is at the consent decree meeting, and MLH was recording, and I came up.
See you later, indoctrinated.
Huh?
Oh, I was just talking to somebody in my chat. Indoctrinated has to go to bed.
I was talking to I was approaching the chief of police. And he said, I don't want to talk to you. And
No. He said, that's not what he said, KDot. He said,
what did he say?
Specifically, he says, I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Right. I don't want to have a conversation with you. And I was just like, well, you don't have a fucking choice.
You don't have a fucking choice. Yeah, right. That's what you said. I got it all on tape. I got all recorded.
Yeah, and I would encourage you to check out that video, Topher. Like you'll be
I'm
like,
gonna have to take a look at it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Because I'm kind of on the bubble. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of on the bubble with that.
If you were there, Tofor, if you were there and you saw the demeanor of that officer, plus the fact that he whispered, he kind of whispered it to KDot so nobody around him would hear. And luckily, I got it on camera, and you can hear it. You have to put your ear to the speaker, but you can clearly hear him say, "You're risking your life."
Yeah, because I guess I mean I'm kind of on the bubble with the whole fact that, like, does he really have to have a conversation with you? You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Yeah, he does.
He works for us, Tofor. You know this.
Well, yeah, I get that. I get that and all that. But
when you're put in a position where the public does not trust your police agency, you got
absolutely
right.
You have to be accountable to the public.
You can't preach that. You can't preach. Oh, we want to talk to the community. We want to be there for the community. We want to have these conversations with the community, and then
decline, right?
Because you can't do that.
That was the chief of police.
Yes, Chief Oates.
Yeah. Well, then he should have a conversation with you.
Hey, Michelle, thank you for being here.
He is the highest officer of the city. So, if your other officer, if you're saying that, what do you think your other officers are going to be doing? Oh, well, the chief of police don't have to have a conversation. I don't have to either.
Right, and that's where it starts from the head down. If your chief of police isn't willing to have a conversation with an average citizen, what is? I'm not saying you're average, KDot. I'm just saying the average citizen, because you're actually extraordinary.
That's the link right there.
Ellie put the link into KDot's chat. I know. I know KDot holds more weight, and I only have a few people in my chat, and KDot's probably got like 30.
You're not actually you're not actually streaming it to your channel though, right? You're just like you're mirroring it, but you're not streaming.
Oh, I'm streaming.
Well, yeah, you're streaming, but I mean it's a blank like they're not seeing us over on your channel.
No, it's just the it's just the thing, yeah.
I went over there and hit the like and wrote in the chat. So
yeah. KDot is a much better looking guy, and he's on camera, so that's probably why everybody's over on the KDot's channel. But that's okay. That's okay because when
I can run them away. Look.
Oh God, Tofor, turn that shit right on off, sir. Thank you very much.
You just broke my goddamn computer.
I know, man. We're gonna have to end this thing. No, look. But I will say that when we go out on this cop watching adventure with Jeff, I will have better video. I'm just saying.
Oh, that is true. I can't. There's no argument with that. Maybe if I edit it.
Oh God, no editing. No, it's got to be live. You son of a bitch. Hey, somebody in KDot's channel, go over to my channel and hit the like button, please. I'm almost at 40. I know it doesn't make a difference, but it's my ego. You know.
Yeah, hit the like over that MLH.
Plus, Fabian G has been pushing the like button all night, like telling people to push it.
Can I address your chat real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
Okay. So this is for Jack Off Jack. Are you still in here?
I think he's still in here. Yeah.
I believe so.
Go ahead, Tofor.
Okay, all right. So, Jack Off Jack, if you're still in here, I'm going to address like a couple of things that you said to me. First off, we'll start off that I do not drive a tow truck no more. I used to for 22 years. Second off, yes, I sleep very good at night. Third off, I got a little saying in the towing business that we like to say, and it's the fastest way to get back on your feet is skip 2 car payments. So if you call that stealing your car, I mean, you call it what it is. And if you're talking about working for the police and taking people's cars, I mean, hey.
Well, you gotta That there is validity to what Jackoff says, because in Denver they do that to homeless people all the fucking time, steal their fucking RVs and all that shit. Ellie, yes, KDot is very good looking. Don't remind me, Ellie. I think about that all the time.
And thank you, Ellie, for dropping that link.
Bernie,
I did grab it. Thank
Bernie's right beside me. What did you say, Bernie? Hold on. Here's Bernie, everybody.
I said you're good looking too. Shut up.
I can hold my own, but KDot's. Although I will say, I did do a poll and I beat KDot in a poll one time. So I'm just saying.
I don't know. I will say.
I think it was the hair thing.
It has to be the hair, man. That's it.
Hey, I won't say no names or anything like that, but I did go to a troll channel. I think yesterday or this morning because there was nothing on to watch, and I did watch a said video, and he was talking about MLH's beard, and I did laugh. I'm just saying.
How dare you? How dare you go? How dare you, Tofor? How dare you go on someone's panel and start drama, whether it be with Jackoff or me, you son of a bitch?
Look, I said I didn't say the name of the troll channel or nothing because I don't want to give the guy views.
No, and this is look, KDot, man. KDot, you can't help yourself sometimes, man. Look, I'm not gonna address it either because I'm not doing the drama thing. I don't do it on my channel.
We ain't gotta do it. I was just talking about your beard. I got a laugh out of what he said about
Tofor.
It was funny.
Look, you know you've lost an argument when you have to go to ad hominems and criticize somebody's looks. That's all I'm saying. Also, I will have you know, Tofor, that when I shave, which is about once a week because I'm fucking busy and I can't do self-care for myself most goddamn times. When I do shape my beard, I think I do a pretty fucking good job of it. And Bernie can
Oh my goodness.
Bernie can attest to this. Look, Bernie, when I shave, you always tell me go and shave, right? Oh my. There you go. So and just for that, I'm shaving tomorrow, and I'm gonna put it. You know what? Just for that, Bernie and I tomorrow at some point are gonna do a
did I trigger you?
hot tub.
Hot tub!
How dare you, Tofor?
How dare you? I love you, man.
How dare you, Tofor? How dare you start drama on other people's channel, you son of a bitch?
Look,
yeah,
you know I don't do no drama.
Yeah, right. Hence, giving Jackoff Jack a hard time, and
I didn't give him, I answered his questions. He asked me.
He did answer the question.
Go to Big Smoke, Tofor. You know better, you son of a bitch.
Jackoff versus Topher, man, that'll be
Yeah, let's. Big Smoke. There you go. Topher Life versus Jackoff.
What did I tell you on the last Big Smoke panel? Kill him with kindness, man. I'm not gonna debate him.
Why not?
Why should I?
He thinks you're a thief, Tofor.
No,
he's calling into question your manhood, man.
I think we should provide and this is just me because look, you're more than welcome to air your grievances. Just bring facts. Yeah. If I did something illegal, prove it. Cool. I'll apologize for it, but I mean. Then again, I can't because I'm not in jail. And I beat all 3 of my cases. Just a reminder, KDot3, Cop 0. So I just wanted to throw that out.
Oh, you know what, KDot? There, look, PTP is also 3-0. I think we should mention that real quick. He beat his charges.
Yeah, he's trying to. Maybe I got to get arrested again.
No, let's not do that, KDot. I don't want to worry about you in jail, man.
Yeah, I don't want. What the hell, man?
I said it nonchalantly.
I'm playing.
Get arrested.
I don't want to
look.
Put that in the
Check this out, KDot. I was talking to PTP on his chat, and he was saying, "I'm 3-0, baby," all that, and I very proudly. I mean, I know it's gonna happen to me at some point, KDot, because how could it not? But I very proudly say, "Hey, PTP, I'm 0-0, my friend, 0-0."
0-0. There we go. I mean, that's a pretty good record, though.
Yeah, that's a great record. I'm very proud of that, man.
I got arrested in my rookie year, so I mean, fuck. And I was just like, oh shit, I'm really in cuffs.
It is gonna catch up to me. I've no doubt about it. But I'm gonna tell everybody this: I will never break the law.
Ellie. I won't. Ellie's like, KDot, don't you dare.
Well, Aurora's gonna be 1-0. She's gonna beat her charges, no doubt.
Well, I don't want to end up on Ben Shapiro again. So I don't. You know.
Oh, maybe you do, man. Get those subs, man.
I still haven't went over there and found that. I gotta go over.
Oh God, it's so dumb. Like Ben Shapiro's just something else. But
yeah, I would love to debate him though.
He won't do it, man. He's a weasel, man. Unless he's getting paid big bucks.
Before I debate him, he's going to have to call me a lunatic in my face.
He won't do it, man.
Yeah, no,
he won't do it.
And then I'll call him a bitch. So.
Yeah, and so then you're even.
Debate
bootlickers. Exactly, jack off bootlickers. Anyways,
pay for my flight there and back.
Hey, I want to thank everybody in my chat. I'm gonna have to leave here, Kate. I don't know how long you're gonna be on,
I gotta.
Damn, look at that! I came in and destroyed your panel. What the?
No, man.
No,
you came late.
Look, I gotta go, man. Bernie's looking at me like, hey, let's go
make out.
No, let's not do that. Let's go smoke a joint. How about that?
And then make out.
And then maybe make out. I don't know. We'll see where the night leads. But I need my medicine, y'all. Is what I'm telling you. I've been listening to
Bernie is gonna take advantage of you. I'm just gonna let you know. Just give it up.
Well, I mean, there's no.
She's gonna whisper in your ear. Just let it happen.
Hey, KDot, you cannot rape the willing, my man. You know what I'm saying? You cannot rape the willing.
Just let it happen. Okay.
Yeah, just lay back.
Just let it happen.
Hey, KDot,
enjoy the ride.
I would be. How dare you? I would listen to Ellie, KDot. She says, I'm gonna fly to Denver and kick your butt if you guys get arrested again. Ellie, I've never been arrested, so you can't say that to me. So now I've been very close. I mean, that video with KDot, I was very close.
Yeah, you were there. You was really close. Yeah.
If I would have stepped across that line, according to that Officer Ramos, KDot, I would have been arrested. And by the way, I did.
Arrested at all ever in your life?
What's that? No, never, not once.
Really?
Yes, never, not once.
Shit.
Not once.
I can't say that. But
shit sucks.
Well, I mean, just look at you, Tofor. I mean, everybody got a good look at you. I mean,
my God.
Yeah.
Customer service is just atrocious.
Green baloney.
Green baloney, exactly.
Yeah, they don't turn the beds down and shit.
Oh God,
right.
man.
You don't even get a pillow. Like
right.
I don't know if I could even sleep in a cell, man.
Like I had to literally sleep on the towel, like they gave me.
A towel, Jesus.
Yeah, like what the like I can't get a pillow. For goodness
I think
sake.
I would have just laid down. Like if I'm ever arrested and they give me a towel, I'll just roll it up and use that as a pillow and don't even give me a blanket. I'll be fine. You know.
And I don't know about it in Colorado or whatever, but they give you them itchy ass blankets.
Yeah, the wool blankets.
Yeah, them wool fucking itchy ass.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. They also give you a rubber.
Oh God, they give you a rubber? Oh my God!
It's rubber. The shit is rubber.
I thought you meant like a rubber, man. I was gonna be like, wow.
No,
very forward thinking of them, KDot. I mean, what are they expecting you to fondle Jimmy in the corner there, or what's going on there?
Put your hot coffee in a rubber coffee cup and it tastes like rubber and shit. Oh God.
But I was in there with a Hell's Angel. I will say that.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I used to be
really,
friends
really
with
cool.
a couple of Hell's Angels, man. Those you don't fuck with those guys, man. That's you know. Hey,
yeah, I told him why I was in there, and he was just like, "Oh shit, you guys are the shit. You guys are heroes."
Yeah.
He said you'll be out.
Everybody in my chat, I want to thank you guys so much for joining. Honestly, you guys make this worthwhile. I'm gonna be back out and about. I know I've been taking a few days off, and people have been giving me shit about that. Like, get back to work, you bum. But I've had minor car things that have been going on. I had to fix my cruise control, which, by the way, I don't know if I want to announce this right now, but I mean, I've announced that I'm going to Vegas now it's going to be this month, September. I'll be going later in the month. I don't exactly want to spoil anything, but I will be meeting up with a very, very special guest in Vegas. Not even KDot knows who I'm going to be meeting in Vegas. I don't think, or did I tell you? I think I might have told you.
No. You know what? I want to be surprised like everybody.
Okay,
else.
okay.
Anxious now.
I might have told KDot. I might have. I think
No,
I
I don't know.
Really?
I have
okay.
no idea. No.
All right. You guys are going to be
I probably
surprised.
said it before you.
So you're going.
Yeah, he's meeting with such and such.
So you're going. To
Friday
Vegas,
night.
So you're going to Vegas to meet up with RuPaul.
I might. You never know, Tofor. You never know. RuPaul's cool as shit, but no. It's somebody in the community peripherally. I mean, I
think I might have an idea.
I don't want to give it away.
Myself,
Yeah,
I
don't-
think
yeah,
I might have.
I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away.
myself.
I'm gonna
keep it to
try
myself,
not to
yeah.
spill the beans
Just wait till
until
the date.
until we
Aurora
get there.
Said you told her.
Said the date.
Oh my God, huh? What's
Said
that, Kata?
MLH told me. I know. Aurora, don't you spill the beans, Aurora. We want to be a.
Ellie,
Aurora knows.
I screwed it. I screwed the pooch. Ellie says you promised you wouldn't tell I was going to Vegas. Thanks a lot. Sorry, Ellie. I ruined the surprise. Ellie's gonna be in Vegas.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Naked Men.
Naked men.
Me
What?
and Ellie.
Oh, you and Ellie?
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
going
okay.
to Chippendales.
We're
Your
going
ass
to
is out, bro.
Chippendales.
Oh, dude, Topher, I would so go to a Chippendale show. I so would go just to make fun of all the ladies in the room.
Yeah.
I would love it.
I would so go because there's a bunch of horny ladies in that room. I'm just...
Horny like senior citizens, Topher. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, they're worse than men.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
They're,
grab
ooh,
boobs and
they're
balls.
barking and shit. Like, what the
boobs and balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What
we
is
just
going
sit there,
on here?
We just sit there and look at it and drink our drinks and just look.
That is not right. You know, we're not barking or none of that. We probably get kicked out for that shit.
We probably would, Kate. I no doubt.
Like, what the fuck? We can't
Um,
bark at nobody.
Golly, man.
Whistle or
I so want to.
anything.
I kind of want to tell everybody, but I'm not going to because just.
Facebook.
But
Sorry.
anyways,
That's
I want to
okay.
thank everybody for joining. I'm going to end my stream. You guys absolutely rock. I love each and every one of y'all. But that's going to do it for my stream. KDot, are you ending yours?
Hey,
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta
Hey,
be
before
to
you-
work at 6 in the morning.
Before you end your stream, MLH, can I say something to your chat?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hey, everybody over in MLH, Mexican Long Hairs, don't forget to go over and subscribe and like Topher Life.
How
Just-
dare you,
Yeah.
Topher? How dare you shamelessly plug your channel, you son of a bitch? How dare
Shameless
you?
plug,
I knew
shameless
that's
plug.
where that was going.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead and support Topher Life, and he's also doing some pretty good cop watching over there. So, all right. You know,
Hey,
Okay.
McDonald,
And-
thanks.
and deer watching as well.
Wow. Thank you.
Me, the people said I used to be a dancer for the Chunkendales. I was Flavio. Hey, McDonald, thanks for joining late. Everybody that's in my chat, thank you all so much. I'm going to end the stream. You guys rock as always. Make sure you sub to DJ KDot the party. Do not sub to Topher Life at all. Just saying. Let's see, who else? What else do I want to plug before I go? Stay tuned for September.
What's up?
Stay tuned for September. I'm going to get back out starting tomorrow. I think we're going to have a hot tub either tomorrow or the next day, most likely tomorrow, with Bernie B. First time in a while. And
Okay.
also, sometime in September, I will be in Las Vegas. I will be doing some content. Now, I'm going to do it a little differently than last year. I'm going to actually take vacation time, but there's going to be some wicked videos. Trust me, guys. You guys are going to
Is this
love.
gonna be live or is it gonna be like?
There's going to be at least one live, KDot, that I know of. And it's going to be spectacular, man. You have no idea what's going to hit y'all.
Shit.
It's going to be something for the ages. Let's just put it that way.
You
People
should
that
definitely do a hot tub in Vegas.
Oh,
for sure,
KDot, there may be a live hot
And there's
tub.
gonna be lots of hard nipples.
And
Lots of hard nipples, yeah.
Lots
I
of
mean,
hard
that's-
nipples.
I mean in a real hot tub too, not in a fucking Toyota Prius going.
Shut up, Toe for Life, you son of a bitch.
Fuck, Jesus Christ.
Shut up, man. That Prius is badass, man. You shut up. You shut your hole. But anyways, there's gonna be.
Stop talking about holes.
I know, right? Look, guys. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be unexpected, but expected at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. The guest or. It's just gonna be cool. You guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be fun. You know, I'm not doing any cop watching unless the opportunity presents itself over there, which usually it does.
Does in Vegas.
If it happens, it happens. But let's just put it this way: the strip is gonna be lit with MLH and Bernie B and. So just saying, you guys do not want to miss it. I'm so excited. Right. Bernie's excited. You guys should all be excited. It's gonna be awesome. KDot's excited. I mean, his pants are growing by the second. Tofor.
I'm not excited unless I get some subs out of MLH.
Oh, shut up, Tofor, you son of a bitch, man. You leech. You. All right, guys, take care on my channel. Thank you guys so much on my channel. I really appreciate the love.
Marketing genius.
Yep.
Yes.
Just wanted to say that.
Take care, everybody.